Hey guys, welcome to Collectors Entertainment Network. I am Anthony, and we are going to do a quick review on episode 3 of the Book of Boba Fett. Alright, before we start, I would just like to ask you guys to please subscribe, please like, please comment, and please share. Okay, the episode starts out with a local merchant coming into Jabba and seeing him at his throne and letting him know that the locals just don't respect him yet, and that what would garner him some respect is helping with the street gang of young people that are stealing from around Mos Espa, and especially his business, which is a water business. After Boba goes into town and confronts this gang, he realizes that they are stealing because there's no work to be found. So he hires them. Doesn't particularly please the person who they were stealing from, who he wanted Boba to deal with or get rid of or whatever he wanted them to do with. But Boba decides to hire them as sort of a security detail. So back at the palace, Boba goes back into his bacta tank, which for what may be the last flashback, I'm not sure, because in that flashback we see, well, first we see a little bit of young Boba seeing his dad take off in his spaceship on Kamino. But those are just flashbacks, and they use Daniel Logan's face as the reflection in the glass. But then it goes to a flashback of him on Tatooine, where he's still with the Tusken Raiders. He leaves the village, the Tusken Raider village, to go into town to strike a deal for security for the Pikes. And when he gets back, he sees that the entire Tusken Raider village has been wiped out. Everyone's killed. Everything's burning. The Banthas are all dead. Everything. And he sees that mark from that street gang that he saw sort of mugging that moisture farmer a couple episodes ago. So he gets back and he sees this, and he takes all the bodies and he puts them in a pile and he cremates them. And then we are suddenly woken up out of his flashback because he's getting attacked by that big Wookiee that the Hutts had on the payroll. They go at it for a little while before the gang of kids that he just hired come in, and they start to surround him and try and get him off of Boba. And of course Boba is also joining the fight. Then the Gamorrean guards come in, and then finally Fennec, they get him out into the main throne room, and he gets onto the platform where Fennec hits the thing, and he goes down to the Rancor pit, and he's trapped. Then a little bit later, after everything's all settled and he's down there, the twin Hutts come to see Boba and basically say, we sent him there to kill you, but you know what? We're out of here because the mayor has already decided to give this territory to someone else, another crime syndicate, and we don't want war. So we're going back to our home planet, and we're just done. We're washing our hands of it, and we don't even want the Wookiee back. You sell him back to the Gladiator, and you should probably get out of here too. But of course, Boba doesn't do that. So then he goes to see the mayor, and the mayor's not there. Big chase scene ensues, and we find out that the mayor's gone to see the Pikes, which is the original group in the flashback that Boba was trying to get him and the Tuskens to offer security for. So there's a lot going on. I think this episode was really great. It was also directed by Robert Rodriguez, who directed the first one. Oh, and before the Hutts left, because they just want to wash their hands of all of it. They don't want to create an enemy with Boba. They're like, you know what? We're done. Here is a gift. We were giving you a gift, and they gave him a Rancor. But the Rancor trainer, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the Rancor trainer was saying that the first human that the Rancor lays eyes on is the Rancor is going to have a good connection to, a positive connection to, or if he tricked him, and then the first one that he lays eyes on, he's going to want to kill. And that he was sent in there, the Rancor was sent in there as sort of a Trojan horse. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. I do think the Hutts are probably done and gone, and we probably won't see much of them anymore, if anything. I think that was just sort of a a side plot to sort of resolve the issues of why Jabba's and the Hutts don't have any claim over this. So they came in, they had a claim, then someone bigger and badder came, and they were like, we're out of here. So this way you could kind of explain that away. So between the mayor and his little lackey, then you've got the new Rancor Keeper, and, I mean, in the street gang, but the street gang, anyone, that's the thing. Who do you trust? I don't know who you trust. I was even wondering about Fennec. I mean, I think Fennec's good, but where was she throughout the entire fight with the Wookiee? I know his name. I've seen his name somewhere, but I don't remember at this time. She was just there at the last second to open the thing and trap him. But I don't want to read too much into it. Maybe they just wanted her there for that moment, so they didn't bring her in earlier. And that really is, it has nothing to do with it. It was just the timing of the way they had the gang come in, then the Gamorrean guards, and then Fennec finally to finish it off. So maybe that is not, but she seemed kind of late to the fight. So I was wondering about that. Then you've got the mayor and his lackey. You've got the Pikes. You've got the woman at the nightclub who wasn't in this episode. But there's all... who are you trusting? I don't know. I don't know who Boba can trust. So that's where we stand with episode 3. Again, a really good episode. It's really progressing it, but it's answering some questions, but it's really posing some more. But that's okay, because we're still at the beginning. I think it's a 7-episode series, at least this season. So we're still at the beginning half. Next week will be the middle mark, and we will see where we start going from there. There were a cute couple of Easter eggs in this episode in the flashback when Boba's traveling in town. He leaves the village, the Tusken Raider village. He goes in town to see the Pikes. You see background characters from The Mandalorian, like the mechanic in Mos Eisley with the little mechanical droids. You see them in the distance. It's probably not Amy Sedaris. That's who it is, right? It's probably not her, but it is. It's supposed to be her, and you see them in the distance. And then there's the part where he's walking through town and he sees the people putting the stormtrooper helmets on the Pikes, also from The Mandalorian. So a couple of Mandalorian flashbacks, because that part of it takes place prior to The Mandalorian, and of course the current day stuff takes place directly after The Mandalorian. So that is pretty much the review this week. Again, a good episode. It's moving everything along. And we're starting to get to the part where we don't know who to trust, where to turn, and what's going to happen. Which is a good place to be. So I hope you guys are liking the Book of Boba Fett just as much as I am. Please comment below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what's really working for you. Tell me if you don't like anything. Let me know that too. But I'm really liking it right now. And of course, please like the video. Please share it with anyone you think will also like it as well. And please subscribe for more Book of Boba Fett reviews, more Star Wars content, and more other things that I have going on the channel. Okay, that'll do it for this week's Book of Boba Fett review. Until next week, may the Force be with you, and have a good one.